morning, everyone. My name is Oyahyome Irewegbe, your online forex trading coach, dual trading coach, crypto trading coach, stock trading coach. I want you to look at this simple concept that I promised you. This is one of the strategies that my mentor uses. I promise you a strategy that my mentor uses. But this is not the strategy we use for the dual trading or in the mentorship, but it is also profitable. Now let us go into it. In your chart, make sure you put your RSI 14, apply to close, then make sure you note the 70 and the 30 marks. Then also make sure you put your 20 SMA at a simple moving average, apply to close. Then another thing is make sure you put your 200 SMA, also apply to close. So these are the three things you need right now on this for this transaction. Now, how do we trade it? To make sure you have these three things, the next thing, that's 1, 20 simple moving average, then 2, 200 simple moving average, and 3, RSI 14, all apply to close. When you have them, the next thing you have to begin to do now is to pay attention to the trade, to the trend. Now, when you look at the market, you can instantly see the trend. You just know the direction. This 20 and 200 is to help the layman who does not know trend to be able to identify trend easily. For those who are professionals, you see the trend up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, then flip, up, down, now, up, down, then now flip, down, up. So this is how the trend is right now. So what do you do as a trader? The simple thing you do is come to your charts daily or 1 hour. Let me use the 1 hour so you have more signals. Wait for 20 to come below 200. Very important. The moment this one happens, 20 is below 200. It means you concentrate on just sell signals. Because the moment that happens, also your 14 RSI, would be below 50 level. So which means there is an agreement. There is an agreement. Look at it here. See here. Where it went above, you see that the 14 RSI is already above 50 level. So when it's like that, see that you begin to look for buying opportunity. So you can take your buy entry from this level as at the break of this high. So you don't just look at it and enter. Another thing is when this happens, to be a professional trader, you drop down to your entry time frame. Since this is your signal time frame, you drop down to your entry time frame. So I want to mark the point. Take horizontal, place it on where it crossed. That's exactly where it crossed. See it there. Then after this one is complete, the next bar That is when you are entering. You start picking entry. Then the next thing you have to mark is the high of the breakout. This is the high of the breakout. Always mark it. You see it. See the high of the breakout. Then you can now drop down to 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Let me use 5 minutes here. Let's locate that point. See it here. This is the point. This is the point here. That's why we marked it. This is the point. This is the point from which we begin to take look for buy entry. And when do we take this buy entry? Remember, we already are above the high. So this is the high. This one is a breakout from the high. So which means we begin to look for entry now at this high, at the breakout of the new high. This one now, begin to look for entry at the break. Let us see it. Okay, this point. Always be sure you mark them correctly. So at the breakout of that, where did it happen? See it here. This was the breakout to tell us we can now take a buy. So as this one happens, we open a trade on this. That becomes our entry price. See it, this one. As this one is opening and goes above, it's opening and goes above this high here of that breakout. Yes, it's very important. Sometimes if you break out like that and not go. So the moment price goes above here of 5 minutes, boom, you open your buy trade. But for those in the mentorship, they would have entered way before this time because we give them a different kind of entry strategy. But this one is what I promised you from my mentor. So now let's recap. If you can follow this simple concept, you will enjoy your life. First thing is price is trading above your 20 SMA, and when you are trading above your 20 SMA and your 200 is above your price, you see this is price and this is your 200, just know that your take profit, the moment price hits your 200, that will be your take profit level, this 200. So that will be your getting out level. If your 200 is above, if your 200 is below like this, if it is below and price is coming from here, then you know that is be your take profit. For up, that is your take profit. For down, that will be your take profit. That's about that. Now let's recap. Open your 1 hour time frame. If the chart, if price does not make sense, it's going up and down, cutting across your 20, going up and down, you know that you don't have a trend there. So you should, that period, you should avoid that pair and go look for another pair. So now let's come back. This is what we said. This one is the breakout on 1 hour. It open and close above. Then we mark the high of it and put across the horizontal bar on the next candle where we begin to look for a trade. We drop down now to 5 minutes. Then on 5 minutes, excuse me, down with fever. On 5 minutes, this is 5 minutes position. On 5 minutes, you mark the high of the breakout, which is somewhere here. Then you pay attention to what will break out from this high, and we agree that this one broke out. Okay, this is the high, this is the high, and this one broke out of that high. So as this one broke out of that high, when this one now goes above this high, very important, as this price now goes above this high, you open your buy. That is how you pick it. So you can pick 30 pips, 20 pips, depend on you. You can pick it like that and get out. And another thing you should know is when you have entered like that, you have 3 pushes. You should get out. These are the pushes. This is push 1, push 2, push 3. You should get out. So thank you. Practice and let me see your screenshots. God bless.